Hello, plastic model builders. It is I, Ari Stone, your host of Plastic Model Builder, and this is the Tamiya F-4B Phantom II in 1/48 scale, that long-awaited model everyone has been wanting. And here it is. We are getting down to the nitty-gritty of this model, and we are going to finish up the landing gear. So we are going to make this thing look pretty with some real model making madness. Anyway, putting that little piece of glass right in there. Got this little cover that goes on. Put that on. And we got this little springy deal. I don't know what it is. I'm not a landing gear expert. Anyway, put that on. So now we got our doors. Outer rear door right there, and one of the inner rear doors kind of just snaps into place. There's one side, and of course, got to put on the little hinge. We'll show you both of these from different angles. Goes down just like that, and then fits right into the door itself, just like that. So you see that, and there's a good angle of it. And here is the other one real quick. Same thing. You see from that side how it just kind of fits in. You pop it in, and it's good to go. All right, same thing with this. Get a little glue on there. You see how that fits in, and just kind of snug it right on in there, just like that. Very easy to do, not a lot of problems. This one, a little hard, small piece. Fits in perfectly. Good design by Tamiya. Look at that. I like that. You see how I got my landing gear door. Put this on. It's the eagle foot. I think it looks great. At least I think it's an eagle. Screaming eagles, right? It makes sense. And then, of course, the other one. You do one, you have to do the other. That's what I say. So there it is. Do that right there. And put on the landing gear door. Just like that. I think it looks pretty. Alright, so what do we do now? We put these on. Got our actuators. First, after we put the doors on that you see, we have to put the gear in. Be careful. The gear is a little bit fragile. I actually broke both of mine. I accidentally dropped my plane and it snapped really easy. So I don't know if that's Tamiya's fault or just it's the plastic. Whatever. So we got this little hinge. Not the easiest to get in, but with patience you can do it. You just kind of pop it in on the side there. You see how it fits, just like that. And here's the other one from a different angle, of course, so you could see how these actually go together. And my big hand is in the way, I know. And that's how that fits, just like that. So now this is for the front. See, that fits right there. Got this little piece. I know I didn't show me putting that on, but we got to put that thing right down in there is where it will fit. This slides in, and then there's that piece we cut out. Kind of goes right down in there. Fits perfectly, meets up with that gear door. Just pushes in, just like that. Secure it with your glue. Speed brakes. I did one of them down. This is how I did it. Put my little actuator in, put my little glue where the tabs go. Remember, the other one, you have to cut those tabs off because it goes up into the plane. So this one, you settle it in, just make sure it meets up with the actuator. I didn't have any troubles with it, and it looks really pretty, just like that. Got an antenna, goes right there on the landing gear door. That's the front landing gear. I know you didn't see me put that in, but I did put it in. Forgot to paint these black, so I'm doing that now. In case you forgot, make sure you do it. There's one on each side. And the refueling probe, see how this goes in? Very simple. You just slide it in and then push it down right there. Let the glue set, and it's good to go. Got our ladder, the same thing. Just pushes right in, fits nicely into the slot. Just like that. Pretty. All right, we're going to put our missiles and rails on. These are sidewinders. These are the pylons for it. I didn't put any gloss coat on that. I wasn't worried about it. See how these go into place just like that. Got your little red tips on one way. That way you don't hit them with your face on a real plane. So that's the other one. Let it dry. We'll see how it looks. And then we put the sidewinders onto them. And it looks really nice when it's done, especially if you do a good job on your missiles. There they are. One fell off. put it back on. Easy as pie. So this is where they go. You see how I already scraped away the paint ahead of time. Those decals were laid down first because they would be there with the pylons not there. And you see how it just fits into place. Make sure you put each pylon in the right spot. Just like that. And the other one, I think I had one bare pylon. I wanted to show all the examples that it gave me. Since I paid a lot of money for this model, I may as well get my use out of it, right? Drop tank. Actually, not drop tank, fuel tank. Goes right there in the center. Meets up, that's the rear of the plane. We're going to put another something here. This is the sidewinders where they go. Very easy. They fit nicely into place, just like that. Just hold it down until that glue sets. Got the decal right there. So always remember, you got to put those decals in. Then these, and they fit great. There's one knob that doesn't get cut off, although you think it would. Hey, I'm spraying the gloss coat on. Protective coat. That means we're going to weather it, although I'm not a weathering fan. I like my museum quality, but I know you'd like to see me weather stuff. You don't have to weather it. I chose to weather it. This is my little mixture of stuff. I know it doesn't look pretty now, but we make it look pretty. Put it on kind of thick. And then I just get my brush. Got a little bit of alcohol or whatever it is I got on there. Maybe turpentine, thinner. Just rub it in a little bit. Whatever makes the plane look like it's been flown through the air for a month before it has its annual bath. Monthly bath, however long they wait until they give it a bath. They get bathed, whatever you want to call it. Either way, just a light coat of dirt. Something that's grimy looking and dirty. This is how I do it. It's very simple. I try not to overdo it, because I know they wash these planes. A little bit right here on the wheels. Just let it dry, it'll shrink back into there. Get inside of that. This is the wheel well. All around here. A little bit of dirt, a little bit of dirt. Over the wings. That's the up wing. Then you got your stabilizers in the back. Certainly looks good when you make those look a little bit dirty. You got your afterburners right there. A little bit of silvering for chipping, wear, whatever you want to call it. Probably wear, not really chipping. It just kind of goes off. I did a little bit thick. I'm getting better at it. I'm not perfect. I'll figure it out eventually. And I just put it in various spots just to represent bare metal. See all the pretty decals. So now I put the sidewinders down because remember I dirtied all that stuff. I'm sorry, I said sidewinders. These are sparrows. They fit in. Make sure you put them in the right orientation because they got one of those slats on there. You got to make sure the slat goes on the proper side. I don't remember offhand, but you got to do it right. So now, got our clear parts. Insert the rest of them. You got one there. I thinned down a little bit of microscale crystal clear and just slowly put it in. It fills in real nice. Just like that. It's a little liquidy. Put in your little light. Yes, it's in there, and you see that glue squeezing out. How do you get it off? Q-tip. Very easy. Look. Looks pretty. One on each side there, too. More antennas. There's a lot of these. This goes on the bottom. You see I forgot to paint it. What happens when we forget to paint something? We just paint it anyway. And that's what I do. I'll show you that. Or not. I don't remember what I do. And we got that little thingy that goes right there on the side. You see my landing gear? Here we are painting it. Easy process. Just have a little bit of paint on my brush. Doesn't matter how good it looks. It's just a refueling probe. So this is the windshield. This is where the magic happens. Pop this off. I crack mine actually in two. Can't see it, but you saw my hand squish a little bit. Get all of our tape off. Make it look good. If you choose to make your front glass look a little pale green blue, by all means do that. This goes inside the canopy, the front windshield. Probably should have put that in first, but I didn't do it. So I had to play around with it just to get it to sit in there, and I finally got it. Took a couple of tries. Forgot to paint some of these parts a little bit of gray right here. These go inside of the canopies. So the directions for this plane tell you to put the rear canopy already attached to one certain piece and then you glue that down. Why did mine differently? I'm going to show you coming up, so just keep watching. Also remember, always do a live chat, so join for that. And don't forget to check out my Facebook group page and my regular page, Plastic Model Builder. This is the middle glass, so this is what I'm talking about. This should have already been assembled, but I did it differently, and I tried it out. Push this piece in. You have to make sure it fits first, and it's nice and snug, just like that. Usually that would already have the glass on there, and you pop it down. So we're going to let that dry, and we're going to get our rear glass and do the rest of the assemblies on it. Just like this, it's got a little piece that goes in there. And then you need to put the actuator on there. So just let all this stuff dry, give it some time. I know it looks a little crooked. I do straighten it out. I'm not going to just leave it like that. That would be dumb. All right, so now we have our little rails that go inside. These are the inner canopies. Got one there. Just let it dry. It's a little, the directions I was mosing, that was a little unclear to me on how those went. I figured it out, and you could see how they go too. Just like that. I made it look pretty. There's the actuator. Make sure it goes in the right direction. The only other thing that was a little unclear. Made it work. Got that right there. This goes in the center. And that's where we're going to put another thingamadoodle canopy. I know. My words are so bad, aren't they? Either way. Put those in. Right here, just a little bit of glue. Yes, I'm using my Tamiya thin cement. Put that in right there. I do have a Badger airbrush that I use, by the way. It's a Patriot. We got that. And there's the other actuator. Going to stick that in there. Let that dry. And then we will put these in place. And this is, you see basically how I'm doing things. Do some parts, let them dry, put the parts in, let them dry, then attach them to the plane. Got my glue. Nice clear windshields. Put in your ejection seats. I saved these for last. I haven't even put in the pilots yet. I might not. This is the other one. They just slide right into place, just like that. And here you go. Putting on the final canopies right here. I thank you for watching this entire build, all 10 parts. Pure model making madness, making things look pretty. Wait for the review, and until next time, see ya!